If you want to learn to use Obsidian, there's only one thing you need to do. Take notes. So if you're new to Obsidian and want to get started without falling down the endless rabbit hole of setting up your perfect note-taking system, then this video is for you. And in this video, I'm gonna very briefly talk to you about why you should use Obsidian, how to set it up, how to take notes, and my personal recommendation on how you might want to approach things. So let's get started. Obsidian is a free note-taking app that allows you to link your notes to each other, letting you create your own personal wiki. What I love about it is that it's flexible in every way you can imagine. You can keep your note-taking simple and just leave all of your notes in the default vault. Or you can make it more complex by adding in community plugins to enhance your workflow, like drawing or querying your notes. And it's stored in a file format that allows you to take the notes you've written in Obsidian and use them in different apps now or later. All this means is that you can do whatever works for you. You can download Obsidian from their website, obsidian.md. All you have to do is click on the big purple button. Once the download is complete, I am simply going to open the installer. I'm going to drag Obsidian into my applications folder, and I should now be able to open Obsidian. First thing we're going to do is actually entirely optional, but I also know that a lot of people are very passionate about it. I'm going to show you how to enable dark mode. So if you click on the settings button over here, if you go to appearance, you can now choose for Obsidian to either follow your system settings, go to dark mode, or go to light mode. I know, everybody loves dark mode, but I'm a light girly, so I'm gonna keep it at that. I'm also gonna close this panel over here. I don't find it very useful at the very beginning. So let's start taking notes. I'm going to take down notes from the book, How to Take Smart Notes, since it fits our theme. The way you create notes in Obsidian is super simple. I can start off by just changing the title. So for instance, in this case, I can use the title How to Take Smart Notes, since that's the book that we're gonna write notes on. And then honestly, I can write anything I want here. I can also format it however I want. Since Obsidian is Markdown based, I can use all of the usual Markdown shortcuts. And if you're not very familiar with Markdown shortcuts, you don't have to memorize it either. Just like most other text applications, you can just highlight the text and then change the format. So for instance, I can highlight the sentence and then choose the formatting that I would have wanted. I can also add images to my notes. So for instance, I can drag this screenshot into my note. You might recognize it from my last video. Or what I actually do more often is whenever I'm doing research, I might take a screenshot and literally just paste it into my notes. So in this case, I'm going to take a screenshot of this cover. I'm going to remove all of the sample text that I have here, and I'm going to paste this in. Now, most people don't use Obsidian as a basic text editor. One of its most powerful features is the ability to link your notes. So for instance, in this book, I found this quote that says, "Having a meaningful and well-defined task beats willpower every time." I'm going to name it Have a Clear Why. And then I'm going to link it to our note on how to take smart notes. This quote also reminds me of the book Willpower Doesn't Work. So I actually can type that in here. So I can create links to notes that don't even exist yet. And when I'm ready to take notes on this book, I can either create a new note as usual, or I could just click right here and that's going to create the new note. Obsidian has a ton more features that you might be interested in. You have your settings, properties, tags, aliases, command palette, keyboard shortcuts, personalizing how it looks, and all of the plugins you can think of. But here's what I would recommend. I think you should try to use Obsidian for at least 2 weeks without setting it up. Do the absolute basics, and if you run into a problem, I think that's the only time you should dive into how to set it up. This ensures that you're only adding things to your note-taking system when you need it. It allows you to build something that was built for you instead of trying to Frankenstein the perfect system based on everybody else's. And it helps you to actually do the work instead of avoiding doing the work. You don't need to learn every single feature You don't need to enable every single plugin, and you don't need a PhD to use it. It's a simple note-taking app. Just take notes and have fun. But if you found this video to be a little bit too basic for you and you're ready to level up your Obsidian practice, you should check out my Obsidian playlist where I'm going to be adding in more videos that will walk you through various Obsidian features and how I use them. Hope to see you there!